Hello Year 5. So this is our practice supply for the reading for this week, Thursday. We analysed the text Monday, either at home or at school, depending on what's happened at the moment. And we need to have a look at these questions. So here, this is your work. You've hopefully already had a look at it, or you're not quite sure. That's also fine. So this week, we're going to be looking at Professor Sniffer. And remember, she likes to see structures in text, patterns in text. She likes to compare and see similarities and differences, like a scientist when they do tests and experiments. So here are our 4 questions for today. So you've got the text which we read on Monday. So what's the purpose of the text? Which paragraph is being summarised here? Summarise the feelings and emotions within this news article, and summarise paragraphs 3, 7, and 8. So it's all about summarising and trying to be concise. In a sentence, what is this about? So I'm aware I might run out of space here on the video, but you've obviously got your homework books to do this in. So I might write some of the answers and then get rid of them. So I'm going to, remember you can do these in any order. I'm going to say this is number 1. So number 1, I'm still getting used to this pen as well, by the way. So what is the purpose of the text? Well, what's the point of this text? Well, it's a newspaper report. And what's the point of a newspaper report? It's to give people information, to tell people what's happened. So the purpose of this text is to inform, oh dear, can't write with this pen today, inform and tell people about the launch. I do apologise for my handwriting with this electronic pen thing. So anything to do with telling people about the launch is absolutely fine, because that's the point, isn't it? Giving them information. Number 2, I'm going to number 2 here. Which paragraph is summarised here? So here's my summary. Lots of people watched the rocket launch. That's the summary of the paragraph. So, well, it's going to be this one, isn't it? So millions of people tuned in around the world. The Saturn rocket blasted off, part of a monumental mission. So that's lots of people watched the rocket launch. So I'm going to say that's the second paragraph. That's your first paragraph. Paragraph 2. So number 2 is simply second paragraph. That's what I need to do for that one. Number 3, I'm going to do, I should be able to fit this in right on the end of this pad. Summarise the emotions and feelings within the news article. So as a whole, what is the emotions and feelings? So what's the impression you get from this text? Well, we've already read that it's a monumental mission. Monumental, if you didn't know what that word meant in your analysing, monumental is it's a big deal. Monumental, it's a wow thing. It's a real big deal. Then if you look down at we've got witnesses here. Everyone was really nervous. Nobody spoke. Then we've got another person here saying that there was a build-up, a mixture of adrenaline and fear, knowing the whole world was watching. And then you've got another one here saying he hopes he can stay at home to watch the landing for what happens next. So the feelings and emotions in here, I would say it's a mix of excitement and now maybe anxiety is not the right word because nobody's anxious, but there's certainly a mix of excitement and maybe it is anxiety because they are worried, aren't they? They were nervous, but it all went well. So I'm going to say anxiety. But oops, not writing the right letters here. But a relief. I'm going to say there's a relief as well. A mix of excitement and anxiety, but a relief, and probably a sense of pride. So if you can think of a few words linked to the emotions, the sense of emotions you get in this text, I think you could probably have a few other words. You probably have a sense of success. I think there's a lot of different things you could probably put for that one. Potentially quite a tricky one to know how to answer. And then the last one, number 4, probably going to run out of room actually. So I'm going to try and be clever. Oh yes, and get rid of the answers there. So if you need the answers, just rewind the video. This is number 4, and it's right up here. Man, I'm getting good with this pen, other than my handwriting. So summarise 3, 7, and 8. So paragraph 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3. So we need to try and do this in a sentence. Rockets ignited, thundering out across the launch pad. Witnesses nearby commented how it shook their feet. The feet shook underneath the ground. Someone said everyone was really nervous. So that we don't need all that information. We need it for the newspaper. But to summarise, we just need to say the rockets ignited. Everyone was nervous, and people who watched were nervous. I think that's how I summarize. So I put the rockets ignited, and everyone who watched felt nervous. I think that's a fair summary in one sentence. Don't need all the energy was thundering out. That's more for the newspaper. Paragraph 7. Oops, we'll do that. Paragraph 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because that's the same paragraph. 5, 6, 7. So Michael Smith, who's a local schoolboy, told the Totty Times he can't wait to see the footage and hopes he can stay at home to watch. And that's about the moon landing itself later on. So we can just summarise that by saying people hope they can watch the moon landing. Yeah, so people really want to watch them land on the moon. Might have a slightly different summary for it, but something along those lines, just explaining what they want to do. I'm going to get rid of this writing again. Ready? Poof. Oh, wait. Poof. There we go. And then paragraph 8, well, that's the last one, isn't it? We can just put scheduled to land on the 21st of July. And that would be your answer there. Easy as that. Lovely. So remember, summarising, just a sentence, summing up what a paragraph's telling you. Well done with that, guys. Fantastic. Hope you found that okay. And I'll see if you're extending deepen tomorrow, where it's a different text.